and welcome to Lifestyle First. My name is Dr. Alka Patel. I am your host and I'm here discussing lifestyle medicine and making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. Each week I'll be answering one question by taking a deep dive into 2 aspects of research and literature and giving you 3 actionable health tips to embed self-care into your everyday. And I'll be taking you through the Lifestyle First method. It's an acronym for a method founded in evidence that takes you through a blueprint of 10 key determinants of health and happiness, and takes you from knowing what to do and why to do it, and translating that into how to do it. Now, I know life is busy, so each episode will be a short light bite for you to be able to absorb with ease into your everyday, with lots more resources for you on my website, dralkapatel.com. This is Series 1, Episode 5. And the theme in the Lifestyle First method that we'll be exploring today is E, exercise. Exercise. Let's start thinking about definitions so that when we use the word exercise, we're all thinking the same thing. So exercise is planned, structured, repetitive, purposeful movement. So setting a specific time to run outdoors or go to the gym or do a series of repetitive movements at home or at work with a particular focus in mind. Not to be confused with physical activity, which is any movement that results in expending energy. So housework, gardening, DIY, and different to fitness, which is a set of health or skill-related attributes which can be measured. So, the one question I want to ask today is, can exercise be compared to a drug? Now, that's an interesting concept for me, particularly when I think it's so important to move away from drugs as the first point of help for so many of our health problems. Now, I'm not averse to medication. Medication has enhanced people's lives over the decades. Vaccinations and antibiotics, well, they've taken us away from infections being the major cause of death in the UK and need to be marvelled at. But we are now left grappling with lifestyle-related illness. And I am averse to medication being used first for lifestyle-related illness because lifestyle-related illness needs lifestyle-related actions to be taken first. And hence my own strapline, Lifestyle First. So, let's take a look at 2 research papers to answer the question, can exercise be compared to a drug? The first paper, Exercise as a Drug, published in the British Journal of Pharmacology in 2012, uses the metaphor of exercise as a drug. So, what do we consider when we think about a drug or medication? Well, we think about why we're taking it and what good it will do, so we need a reason to take it and we need to know what are its benefits. Type, we need to know that drugs come as different types and we need to understand which type we need. Dose, we need a dose, how much, how often, how long for. Side effects, we need to know it has side effects and what these are. Dangers, we need to know when it's dangerous to take, who can take it, who can't take it. And addiction, we need to know that some drugs can be addictive. So, in this paper, the authors highlight these areas. So let's consider the reasons for exercise, the benefits. So exercise has been shown to have many, many benefits. Reducing relative risk of death, preventing and reducing lung disease, heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, fractures, cancers. Exercise creates a feel-good feeling and it alters your pain perception. It improves learning, memory and sleep. It reduces stress, anxiety and depression, and it improves psychological well-being. Now, whether it does this in isolation or in combination with other treatment or prevention modalities or approaches, well, that's an area we can explore more in future episodes. So what about the different types of exercise? Now, I like to keep this simple, so I like to think of exercise that focuses on the basics: balance, agility, strength, intensity, cardiac, and stamina. And we know a bit of all of these different types of exercise. So let's think about dose. Now, the dosage of exercise is important because there is a minimum amount for health benefits, and the benefits increase with the amount of exercise, but beyond a certain level, side effects outweigh benefit. And summarizing the amount of dose of exercise based on research studies is difficult because researchers tend to measure different things. But there are guidelines, and Public Health England have a set of very, very good guidelines, which you will find on my website. And again, I've simplified these guidelines into the basics because I like to keep things simple and easy and practical. So think of doing one of either balance, agility and strength exercises for 10 minutes a day. So that's balance to prevent falls, agility, so stretching to improve flexibility and reduce injury, and strength to give you power in your daily activities. So that's exercises with weights, resistance bands, or even heavy shopping. Stops you losing muscle mass as you get older. That's sarcopenia, a process which starts in your 30s. Intensity, well, exercise at a pace that means you can just about talk, but not sing. Cardiac, so the dose for cardiac exercise is 150 minutes per week or 20 minutes a day of exercise at a level where you can just about talk but not sing. And stamina, well, build your endurance. So everybody has a different starting point with exercise. And often when we prescribe drugs, we start low and build up slowly. But if you already have a high fitness level, then just continue to build from there. And of course, avoid extended periods of sitting. So take breaks when you're sitting at work or in front of the TV or in front of the computer or in front of video games. So just to break down the dose a little bit further, should we exercise once a day or several times a day? Well, the available evidence suggests that for fitness, breaking down the daily or weekly recommendations can still be beneficial. So, for example, walking up and down stairs for 2 minutes 5 times a day can provide benefits in 3 chunks. And breaking down walking or running into 10-minute bouts, well, that can also provide benefits. Side effects. Well, in terms of side effects, there is always a risk of injury with exercise, and that's a reason to build it up. And we've heard of sudden cardiac death amongst young athletes, and that's likely to be due to undetected heart conditions. And heavy exercise, well, that can certainly trigger a heart attack, but more so in those who are habitually sedentary. So to minimise risks and side effects, build up slowly. And as far as addiction goes, well, 3% of the general population have an addiction to exercise. So certainly this paper has drawn out some very interesting metaphorical similarities between exercise and drugs. Benefits, type, amount, frequency, and side effects. Now let's look at another paper titled Exercise is Recreation, Not Medicine. And this was published in the Journal of Sport and Health Science in June 2016. Well, this paper uses the metaphor of exercise as recreation, not exercise as medicine. And recreation, well, that's defined as organised leisure activity for personal and social benefit. And in this paper, the authors highlight that when exercise is perceived as recreation, it emphasises that interaction of people and place. And we need to understand the complex interaction of individuals and communities and the environment. To consider exercise as a drug, well, it does pay homage to that very popular phrase we hear, which is exercise is medicine. But is that like saying fire is simply energy, when fire is also light in darkness and warmth in cold and a lot more other things? And the effect of considering exercise as a drug, well, that limits our understanding that exercise is leisure, exercise is play, exercise is fun, exercise is part of education. So, in conclusion, and to answer the question, can exercise be compared to a drug? Well, yes, absolutely. Metaphorically, there are similarities. But is exercise a drug? Is exercise medicine? That's a different question, and one we'll explore in the future. The benefits of exercise are undisputed, and exercise is of value in and of itself as a life-affirming experience. And now, here is the part of the episode I most look forward to. Your 3 health hacks, your 3 activating actions, your lifestyle first prescription. So, number 1, let's think about your exercise basics. How are you building this into your week? Now, as I've said, the recommendations are 30 minutes of cardio 5 days a week and 10 minutes of either balance or strength 2 days a week. But actually, when you're starting to exercise is much easier to do if done every day, so that it becomes habitual and automatic, rather than something you do on some days and not on others, or something you have to think about doing or not doing. So do 10 minutes a day of either balance, agility or stretch exercises, and do 20 minutes a day of cardio every day. And set yourself a routine, and creating a tick chart, that can be a really useful way to build a daily habit. Create a tick sheet with 2 rows for each day of the week, set a start date and off you go. And if you're already exercising, then build on intensity and stamina from your starting point if you're already a habitual exerciser. Or try a habit app. Habit or Done, they're both really easy to use. Number 2, variety. Now, exercise stays fun if you add variety. So make a list of exercises you enjoy. Think back to your childhood. Remember the fun you had skipping in the playground or dancing as if no one was watching. Think of bike rides, walking, running, swimming, hiking. Variety is the spice of exercise. And number 3, socialise. Exercise is a great way of getting together with others, and there is so much on trend. Treadmill classes, trampolining groups, Zumba, Bokwa, dance fitness, aerial fitness, obstacle courses, team classes, park runs. So look at all of these and take someone with you. Go as a group and make it a point of getting to know others in a class. Have a look at Public Health England's 1U campaign. That concludes today's episode, making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3, with the backing of information and evidence from the field of lifestyle medicine. I really hope this has inspired you to take action. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. The more you share, the more you too are instrumental in spreading messages of health that matter. And of course, please do leave me comments, ratings and a review so that I can continue to provide you with credible, motivating, thought-stimulating and practical information that lets you shape your health and be the author of your own health story. The Lifestyle First YouTube channel and podcast are both sister channels, so do let me know what you think and connect with me on all the usual social media channels at Dr. Alka Patel UK. And use the hashtag the Lifestyle First podcast so that I can easily connect with you. And if you want to know more and access show notes and free resources, then just head over to my website www.dralkapatel.com. I look forward to welcoming you back next week.